if you are looking to do good in the world, never try to do everything on your own. Right? Solutions look very good in boardrooms, but on the ground when they are tested, the story is something else. Without collaboration, without partnering, any social impact project will never be sustainable. If you make things community-led, you find out not only a good solution, but you also find out that what is the right question that we should be asking, what is the right problem that we should be solving.
This is True Rotarian, where service meets storytelling.
Hello and welcome to True Rotarian Podcast, where we talk about stories of service, voices of change. Today, I'm recording this podcast in London, and sometimes life gives you a beautiful surprise. Yesterday, I met a Rotarian who works quietly and powerfully touches lives across communities, across countries, across generations. Our guest today is a special impact leader, an educator, community builder, and immediate past district governor of Rotary in London, PDG Himanshu Jain. Himanshu is a professor at Westminster Business School, a fellow at the University of East London, and someone whose work spans education, health, homelessness, and community-led change, both in the UK and in India. Recognized with honors such as Prime Minister's Point of Light Award and the King's Coronation Champion Award, Himanshu represents a rare blend of thought leadership and on-ground action. Himanshu, welcome to True Rotarian Podcast. It's really an honor to have you on our show. On behalf of my entire audience, I welcome you to True Rotarian Podcast here in London.
Well, thank you, Himanji. Thank you for having me. I think, as you said, it was a matter of chance that we ran into each other yesterday
At House of Lords, yeah.
House of Lords, and it is my honor to be here and to be talking to your audience.
Thank you. Himanshu, before we talk about roles, awards, titles, please tell us about your journey. What early experiences shaped your commitment to social impact and community work?
So, Himanji, actually, I have grown into in a family that had social values right at the forefront of everything we used to do. I mean, as I was telling you earlier, I am a third generation Rotarian. My grandfather, who was also the founding principal of SMS Medical College in Jaipur.
Jaipur, yeah.
Was founding member of the Rotary Club of Jaipur. And then my father joined the same Rotary Club in 1994, if I'm not wrong. And I grew up seeing him doing things, building schools, doing camps, and all of those things, and all of those things were already present. I was an interactor briefly in my school, and then when I moved over here in 2011, I moved to London, and someone asked me, why don't you come in and take a look at this wonderful thing that we do every week, and we talk about issues and we have dinner and things like that. And I said, well, why not? And I only had to be asked. I joined that very evening the Rotary Club of Barking, which is a 95-year-old club now.
Wow.
Yes, in 2029 they'll be celebrating their 100 years.
Wow.
So I joined that club, and then because of other things that I'm involved in, I recognized an opportunity in 2018 in the Olympic district that we have here in London. It's called Stratford, where we held the Olympic Games, and there was a lot of regeneration happening over there. And just going around talking to people, I realized that there is an opportunity over here to start a Rotary Club. So I chartered the Rotary Club of Stratford in 2019.
Oh, that's so wonderful.
Yes, and rest is all for you to see here. I've served my district as well in few capacities. As you mentioned, I'm the immediate past district governor for Rotary in London. Yes.
Wow. You often speak about community-led change. From your experience, whether it's Ladana Rotary Public School leprosy control programs or East London activities, what makes communities truly own a project?
See, let's first talk about what happens if projects are not community-led. If projects are not community-led, then the impact, the sustainability, as you might imagine, is never there. The ownership is not there, and then the projects will run till the time the champion of the project is running the project.
Yes.
Community-led. If you make things community-led, if you put some design thinking into the projects, suddenly you find out not only a good solution, but you also find out that what is the right question that we should be asking, what is the right problem that we should be solving.
Yes.
I mean, solutions look very good in boardrooms, but on the ground when they are tested, most of the times, the story is something else. Right? So community-led initiatives are sort of one of the
important key elements
that we all should be thinking about, rather than just coming up with solutions in isolation.
So what you're saying is the need-based assessment is very important before you start investing your time and money into any project.
100%, and identifying and involving the right stakeholders in those solutions, in coming up with the solutions. I think it's absolutely paramount.
Because many well-intended projects, in absence of need assessment, fail because of there is not enough research done. Why do you think listening is the most underrated leadership skill in social impact?
I think, this actually resonates with me quite well, because as you know, in my other life, I'm an academic. I teach management and leadership at Westminster Business School, and one of the things that we talk about is design thinking, where empathizing and listening to the people who we are building for, who we are solving for, is the very first step that we should be doing. And only then we find out what the right questions that we should be asking, what is the right problem that we should be addressing. And that will not happen without us listening to others, without us going on the ground, talking to people, listening
to their needs. Yes.
What are the pains that they have, and what are the gains that they are looking for from the solution? I think that's extremely important.
You strongly believe that social impact must be sustainable, not episodic. How does social entrepreneur bridge the gap between charity and long-term change?
Projects, charitable projects are great, and everyone should be doing those. But charitable projects fall short when we talk about what is the long-term plan, right? We always see charitable projects looking for funding, right? Looking for how are we going to make sure that we keep on creating the impact for another 6 months or another year. Right? Social entrepreneurship is one of the answers. If I may say that, it's not the entire answer, but it is one of the answers where people who want to do good in the world, and at the same time they are also looking to make a living out of it, and that makes it sustainable, right? And that is one of the things that we are doing here in London. So there is a program that we are running. It's called Innovate for Good.
Oh, okay.
Where we are incubating social enterprises, helping them not only to come up with a good idea, an innovative idea that can solve a problem that exists, but at the same time also how to tell their story, how to raise seed funding, for example, for their social enterprise, and do simple things like marketing, how to use technology, AI, automation, that sort of thing.
Yes.
Just to prepare them for what's out there, so that we can create this lasting change, lasting impact using social enterprise.
Wow. My first podcast was done about 9 months ago. At that time, I was the director fundraising for my district. But as luck would have it, we could not have a seminar whereby we can tell all the presidents how to raise funds. You must watch that. How to raise funds was the name of the podcast, and it was a growing success because our club by and large collects about 2.5 crores to 3 crores every year, and there is a systematic steps that we take in terms of be it need assessment, be it responsibility, a joint responsibility, long-term sustainability of a project. You must have a look at it. I think it's a wonderful podcast.
Absolutely. Thank you.
What are the biggest mistakes you see passionate people make when they start social initiative, and how can discipline and system help?
Yes. I think this is a key issue that we have these days. I think the biggest fallacy that any leader can have is having that savior mentality. Yeah, that I am the savior and I need to do this, right? We need to collaborate, we need to partner, as you were just mentioning about the fundraising bit. Without collaboration, without partnering with the key people, with the right people, any social impact project will never be sustainable.
That's
one
right.
person, one organization in today's volatile and uncertain and complex and ambiguous world that we are living in will not be able to achieve lasting and long-term impact that we hope.
Now, you led volunteers, communities, institutions, often without authority, a formal authority. What leadership lesson has this taught you that a corporate or a formal roles could not do?
So we lead teams of volunteers. We bring volunteers together for projects, and of course we don't have authority. Everyone is a volunteer. Everyone is volunteering their time, and in these circumstances, authority is never the solution. But if we are able to influence people, motivate people, empower people in the right way by explaining to them that this is the impact that we are going to create. If we can get people invested into that core purpose, or this is the impact that we are creating, this is what you are bringing to the table, and this will be the change that your contribution is going to bring. I think that's something that I have learned. And once people get invested into the core idea, then you can't get rid of them. Right? It is about making people passionate. It is about making people realize the value of the work that they are bringing to the table.
And the pleasure of giving back to the society and changing lives.
All of that absolutely is it. That comes with the core of volunteering.
Yes.
Right? But how to keep people in the project, in the projects, in the change that we are trying to bring. I think that's where if we empower people, give people chance to grow, right? Learn new skills, make decisions, come up with designs, come up with solutions while they are on the ground working with the people. I think that is something that people value. That
Yes.
not only creates the change but also grows them personally and professionally.
Wow. Now, how do humility and resilience play out a real world service, especially when the outcomes are uncertain?
Great question. Great question. Right. So, humility and resilience, I think these are two very different traits, and both are very important traits that a leader should have. In making our outcome, in making the impact that we are creating long-term, sustainable, as we have been saying, I think humility, once for all, as I said, I think if we have that attitude that, well, all of this is because of one person or one organization, I think, again, that will not work, especially in the day and age where we are. But also, as we go along, we will face a number of hurdles. It might be challenges while creating partnership. It might be challenges from local communities, local authorities. If people don't stay long enough, if they are not resilient enough, then we are for a very short ride. We are in for a very short ride. I think people need to be resilient, and that's where I think leaders like us also can support people, can talk to people, can give them example, lead by example.
Yes.
And so I think great question. Thank you for that. I think sometimes when we are having conversations like this, you take a pause and you think that we do these things, but we never think about them.
Yes.
And we don't talk about them.
Wow. Now, as a past district governor of Rotary International in London, how do you see Rotary evolving to stay relevant for the next generation?
Again, another excellent question. I think in these islands, so let me give you a little bit of a background of Rotary. So right now, in Great Britain and Ireland, we have just over 1,500 clubs, just over 36,000 Rotarians, something like that. But to give you some context, about 15 years ago, there were about 60,000 Rotarians.
Wow.
In this small piece of land that we have. I mean, we still are 35,000, which is still a sizable number for the geographical area.
It's come down drastically.
It's come down drastically. And that's why I wanted to tell this statistic to you, because the question that you asked is, how does Rotary stay relevant, right? I think what has happened is, and I can't help but contrast this situation with India or with Africa, where Rotary is still growing. But the main driver behind Rotary's growth is that becoming a Rotarian is a matter of prestige. It is a point of prestige, right? Not everyone can become a Rotarian. And correct me if I'm wrong, but till the time in India that feeling will remain, people would want to join Rotary.
Yes.
It enhances their social and professional profile. Over here in the UK and in Ireland, volunteering and giving back to the community is sort of imbibed into a human being from a very
Young age.
And the opportunities that there are for giving back to the community are immense. I mean, even in London, we have over 40,000 third sector entities, which are charities, non-profits. And then there are other movements like Rotary. For example, there is something known as livery companies. Now, livery companies in London alone, they have over 30,000 members.
Wow.
Rotary in London is about 1,200, right? Then we have other movements like the Freemasons, who also have very strong metropolitan London.
And Lions Club.
Lions are like Rotary.
Lions are also.
Lions are like Rotary. Probably Rotarians are doing slightly better.
Okay.
But again, I don't have hard facts about that. But the point that I was making was that there are many opportunities for people. If you want to do good in the world, if you want to give back to your community, there are many opportunities. And which is what has seen this decline in the last 15 years. The good news is that we have identified the problem. And the other good news is that Rotary has much more to offer than just opportunity to give back. Rotary has all of this wonderful opportunities that people can avail. For example, if you like traveling. I mean, I know I'm preaching to the converted, but just for I will say that, well, there are so many travel opportunities that you get, right? You get to explore your passions, right?
Yes.
Your hobbies. You get to advance any special cause, the action groups that we have. You know, if there is a cause that is close to your heart, and if you want to advance not only within your community or your country, but with a global, you get those opportunities. And there are a number of others, right? And Rotarians, someone could become or come into a Rotary family. I mean, at least here in the UK, we can get 6-year-olds and getting into, so 6 to 12-year-old, we have a program called Rota Kids. Then 12 to 18 is interactive.
Interactors, yeah.
So all of those opportunities are there. We just have to talk more about them, position them correctly, which is something that we have realized, we have recognized. There is a North Star program that is running here in this country, which is exploring a new type of membership, which is known as enterprise membership. So us Rotarians, especially Rotary International and Rotary in Great Britain and Ireland, we know how to build communities. Right? And this enterprise membership is about building a community within an enterprise. So let's say there is an enterprise with 2,000, 3,000 employees. We go in there and we say, well, let's build a community. Let's create a culture of giving back and volunteering and that sort of thing. And we start a club in that organization with 150 members. That's the enterprise membership model that is being piloted here. That pilot will run till 2028.
Okay.
And then we'll hear the results and how can we replicate that in other parts of the world.
Excellent. Himanshu, what advice would you give to Rotarians who want to move from event-based service to impact-based service?
I'd say Rotary International in recent years has done a lot of work in this area, where we are saying that, well, let's not just deliver an output of a project, but let's deliver impact. And if our audiences has seen the Learning Center, there is a lot of material, but there is a lot of emphasis on creating impact, creating benefits for the communities, rather than just doing a one-off project for PR or something like that. The advice is, but let's follow Rotary International's example, whether it is the polio eradication program or the recent programs of scale grants that Rotary International is doing. I think each of them is a great example. I mean, I was fortunate to visit a couple of them last year when I was speaking at the United Nations World Urban Forum in Cairo. I happened to meet the project team of the program of scale grant that we were doing, that the Rotary International had granted in Cairo, and the work that they are doing. Yes, cervical cancer, how to prevent cervical cancer was the program of scale grant, and it embodies all of these principles that we have been talking about since the start of this podcast. How to work in local, how to keep on gauging whether are we on track on what we were going to do, or are we if we are veering off course, how do we come back on track? All of those things is a great example of that. I also happened to see the malaria project, the first ever program of scale grant in Zambia, and fantastic, wonderful work happening through Rotary International, and I think that is something that we all should be proud of. Of course, Global Polio Eradication Initiative has been there for last 40 years or so, and we hope that it is not there for next 40, but it finishes very, very soon. That's the hope. But there are challenges, and that is again an example of how we try to create impact. We were talking about humility and resilience before. I think that program is a great example of Rotary International showing and leading from front in showing resilience of around how to eradicate this disease from the face of the earth and become only the second disease that has been eradicated from the world.
Wow. You are exploring fascinating ideas like from agriculture to AI. How do technology, systems, thinking and sustainability intersect in shaping the future of social impacts?
So agriculture to AI is a book that I'm writing.
Oh, okay.
Right now. And it is not about applying AI tools to problems, but it is about exploring problems, how to apply systems thinking. So let's take agriculture as an example. Now, agriculture, if you have to see how a society, how a country is performing, look at the agriculture. Look at how agriculture is performing, what is the pattern of labor migration, what are the challenges that, how the policies are being formed, and things like that. And that is one of the issues. Food security, obviously, but agriculture has potential of kind of being at the center of a number of other issues like water security, climate change, labor migration. All of those converge into that one single issue of agriculture. AI will not solve these problems, but AI will highlight. Will help us highlight what the issues are and how us, the civilization, the human civilization, can work together to help and to solve these problems. So that's the idea that we are exploring in agriculture today. We started as agriculturalists, as a society that did agriculture, and we went through 5 or 6 different industrial revolutions. I mean, we can call AI as the latest industrial revolution, but then now we are kind of thinking back, okay, well, what are the basics?
Yes.
Right? How can we United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals all talk about some of these things: life on land, life over water, quality education, work, and all of that. So that's the idea.
Your work on lost lessons of leadership from Indian history is very intriguing. Are there leadership principles from Indian history that today's leaders urgently need to relearn?
Well, it's that the book Lost Lessons of Leadership from Indian History is not about preaching, but it is about being aware of things from Indian history that we never talk about. I'll give you a few examples, right? So we have never heard of King Suhaildev. You probably have not heard of it. This is a king that hailed from Bharej in Uttar Pradesh and was very disturbed because there was an invasion from Afghanistan that defiled Somnath Temple, and there were repeated 16 times there were those invasions. This was in 1025, right? Now he coordinated a lot of support from the local kings and gave a decisive blow to the army of Ghazni. I mean, obviously he never fought King Ghazni or whoever that person was directly, but he gave a decisive blow so that for next 150 years there were no attacks from that part of the world to India. Now that is something that we should be talking about. That is something that we should be learning about.
Yes.
There are other examples. For example, the city where I come from, Jaipur, was established by King Savai Jai Singh in 1727. And any other king that we look at a statue of, or we look at, they will be either mounted on a horse, will have a sword in their hand. But at Statue Circle in Jaipur, you see a statue of King Savai Jai Singh, and he has a book in his hand. Right? He was a visionary academic king who not only established the city of Jaipur, and the city of Jaipur is one of the most planned cities in Jaipur even today.
Mm-hmm.
In India even today, and that is a lesson that we should be learning from them. But we don't talk about these things.
We don't talk about it.
And then there are lessons from Indian history which are failed. For example, establishment of Tughlaqabad. Right? It's a failed lesson in failed leadership. We should be sort of learning about this. So that's the idea about the lost lessons of leadership from Indian history.
Okay, one leadership value you never compromise on.
Well, one leadership value that one should never compromise on is ethics. Right? There will be ways where we can take shortcuts to do the projects, even if they are social good projects.
Absolutely.
But ethics, I think, whether what we are doing is ethical, and then everything else stems from there.
That means you have to remember those 24 golden words of four-way test
Yes,
to do any projects.
absolutely, absolutely. And in fact, these days people have started adding to that as well. But yes, 24 golden words of the four-way tests absolutely should stay with us. I think the Rotary International's guiding principles, whether it is the object of Rotary or the four-way test or the 5 avenues of service that we have, I think they guide you. In fact, in recent years, we also have the 5 values of fellowship, integrity, leadership, and
Yes.
So I think there is Rotary as an organization. If you invest in it, you reap many folds from there. And of course, you are yourself are a prime example of a dedicated Rotary leader who believes in the values and
giving back to the society and inspiring more people
Absolutely.
to join the Rotary or any kind of organization whereby we can build a strong community, strong society,
Absolutely.
and only then you can build a strong nation.
Absolutely.
Okay, one message you would like to give it to young Rotarians and change makers.
One message, if it had to be one message.
Or you can give two.
Well, one message that I would like to give is, if you are looking to do good in the world, always look at people around you, right? Never try to do everything on your own, right? I think building partnerships, building collaboration is the key. And that is the difference between whether we will be able to do a project once or whether we will be able to create lasting impact that will help many people.
Wow. Himanshu, this conversation really reinforces a simple but a powerful truth. Real impact happens when the intent meets humility, discipline, and community ownership. Thank you for your service, your wisdom, and reminding us that leadership is not about authority, but it's about responsibility. On behalf of the entire True Rotarian community, thank you so much for coming to our show. And ladies and gentlemen, if this conversation resonated with you, please do share, like, and subscribe to Rotarian Podcast. Together, let us amplify stories that matter. Thank you so much, and Jai Hind. Thank you, Himanshu, coming to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.